been a long time brewing. This is a blood feud. Both of these guys are killers. I've been in the ring with both, and here we go.
And look at that, right to the jaw. Funny Bone quickly. You know, we've seen it last year. Funny Bone in the steel cage defeated Mike Delight.
Absolutely.
No stranger, Funny Bone.
I'll tell you, Funny Bone is also the Freak Show Wrestling champion. He won that belt from me in a Carnival Death match, very similar to this. Anything goes, weapons, lions, tigers, bears, you name it. He is no stranger to this kind of match. As devious as Cody is, I don't know if he is ready for something like this. We will see.
And the funny thing is, you know, Funny Bone, Cody, they all have their fans. It's pretty split. There's a lot of fans that love Funny Bone, but let me tell you something. They saw him from the beginning, and there's a lot of people that are behind Cutthroat Cody, despite some of his despicable actions, Sid Bodie.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, both of these guys are villains, and they're loved. You know, so pick your horse and bet. This is going to be tremendous. Like I said, this is a blood feud, and Cody has risen to the occasion. Cody rose from nothing into...
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rose.
Oh, okay.
Cody Rose. Rose from the ashes, from nothing into the monster he is today. We'll save Cody Rhodes for Freak Show Wrestling. Thank you, JoJo.
Yes. Oh, and there is Cutthroat Cody. These two are sadistic. The interesting thing in this match is these guys probably loved it when we came up with the idea of doing it in a steel cage and doing a weapons match. Both men want to prove that they're more sadistic than the other.
Absolutely. You know, when you put two rats in a cage like this, they got to eat each other. It's going to be do or die. One will survive. And we're going to see who's going to be the survival of the fittest tonight, Joe.
And right now, oh, the drop toe hold right onto the
his
to
face
the crutch.
Just bent that steel crutch, my God. Now he is just pressuring Funny Bone's face into the side of that fence.
You know, any advantage these guys could take. I see a stretcher, which somebody may need to be taken out in. We got some chairs.
The stretcher's definitely convenient.
Yes.
Speak of the stretcher. Yeah, both of these guys are relentless. They are smart. They are students of the game. Anything could go here, man. I will not be surprised by anything at all.
And right now, Cutthroat Cody, interested to see what he's going to do. And look at this, the reversal.
Man, you know what? I think that might have worked out worse for Cody because if you notice the stretcher there came off of the rope before Cody landed on, so he landed on flat stretcher. And,
oh, are you saying that hurt worse than the other way?
I am, because that stretcher not being propped on the ropes, I mean, it snaps back and it might cut you if it breaks, but this way it hit flat, it hit hard. Now, here we go.
And look at this, Funny Bone, he is choking out.
Why don't you smile, Cody, smile.
And there's no disqualifications in this match.
No, and that's a very dangerous thing, JoJo. You let two guys get in here like a human cockfight, man. It's going to be bloody, it's going to be gruesome, it's going to be relentless.
And I believe Cody went south of the border, where it is kind of legal at this time.
Well, I guess he'd be in good favor with Mr. Trump because everything's legal south of the border in this match.
And Cody just firing away with the forearms. The steel cage is up. Weapon style for the No Limits title. These guys have gone back and forth the last few months. Cody cashed in the case, became the champion. Funny Bone, it looked like regained the belt.
And I'll tell you, I didn't know how well Cody would do in a situation like this because, like I said, as savvy of a wrestler as he has not been in these situations where Funny Bone has. But I have been known to underestimate Cody in the past, and it came back to bite me in the ass, Joe. He seems to be in control right now.
Funny Bone is right behind him, nailing him with the elbow. And look at that, Funny Bone steps aside, the chair was there.
Yeah, I think there's a Cody imprint on that chair, man. He hit hard.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
And
awesome indeed, JoJo, awesome indeed.
You can hear the crowd, they are excited to see us. Maybe Funny Bone's going to take a breather. Sid
Well,
Bodie?
he's got that mask half peeled off, and he usually signals to take that face paint off when he feels like things are just about wrapped up. And I think that is a long, long way away, my friend.
And right now, Phony Bone has up Cody.
There he goes. Face driver right into the mat, man.
You know, Funny Bone was so much set on dumping Cody in between the chairs that unfortunately for him,
What's going on here?
and it looks like Cody is calling for.
Cody calling for his little sidekick,
Uh-oh.
who is also growing into a gruesome competitor.
It looks like he's brought in a barbed wire bat.
Oh, this doesn't look good, man. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at that headbutt to Katie Sparrow's
I
head.
can't believe that. He's coming in hard way up now.
And
Those things are not
Patrick,
easy to climb.
and he has gotten the barbed wire bat into the ring.
Cody looks a little too happy for his own good.
And
Funny Bone is ripe for the picking. Cody smiling. That's a dangerous thing, JoJo.
Oh. And Cody gets the bat knocked out.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. A barbed wire bat underneath him gets slammed back first.
He's welting up right now. Do I see a little bit of blood there? Man, this is going to get ugly real fast if it's not already. Here we go. He's got him locked in, Joe.
And he is trying to make him tap as Cody. Will he give up? But he's got the bat in his hand. Oh!
What's going on, man?
I'm not sure, but he's screaming about the table. And the truth is, we're not going to break our computers here.
Yeah, I mean, all the sound equipment is expensive, and what are we? We're not the Spanish announce table, are we, JoJo?
Yeah, that's right.
Katie Sparrow still trying to help save the day.
What are you gonna do, bitch? Come on.
And look at this. Patrick trying to climb the cage.
Knock him off.
Katie Sparrow returning the favor. Thanks for that headbutt a couple minutes earlier.
You know, normally I don't say this, Sid Bodie, but I'm kind of happy that you're here next to me because I don't feel very safe at this moment.
Well, life's kind of funny that way, JoJo.
And
Man,
right-
this is carnage. Look at that. Funny Bone. He's just he's hanging on the top rope with the laundry hanging out to dry, hanging by his man junk.
It's like we're in a steel cage match and we have to worry about our safety outside a cage. I'm not really sure what the situation. Oh, look at this. Cody has a
Cody's
pool of
busted wide
blood.
open, yes. Yeah, don't worry. I neither of us speak Spanish as far as I know.
Yes.
I don't. Do you speak Spanish? I think this table's safe as long as we don't speak Spanish.
Poquito.
Oh shit.
Oh, and look at this. Cutthroat Cody. He is a pool of blood right now.
He's out wearing the crimson mask. Uh-oh, what is he? Is that a brick? What does he have there?
There's like a hush in the crowd of like, what is going on?
Here we go. He must have a bunch of sticky notes
thumbtacks.
because he's got thumbtacks there to pin up those notes, man. He's got some evil intentions, let me tell you.
And Cutthroat Cody, you know, has probably, what would you say, 500 thumbtacks there, Sid Bodie?
Man, easily, I'd say 1,000. Look at that. I mean, those things add up. Look at that whole ring. It's all sparkly and shiny like he just found a diamond mine or something. You can see him under the lights. Oh,
As he was going for
go.
the cutter.
Here we go, here we go.
And these guys are trying to stay away
Yes, they
from the
are.
thumbtacks.
Yes, they
Neither
are.
man. And look at this,
Man, they both
Cody.
paid the price. Cody's got the armbar.
This is a sick match. The question is, will Funny Bone, I don't believe he has ever submitted Sid Bodie.
I don't believe Funny Bone will tap. It is not in his vocabulary to say uncle, but he is in a bad way. Not unlike Willie Mack earlier. I don't think Willie tapped either. I think Willie passed out, and that was technically a TKO. You could very well see that in a match like this right now. It's up to this referee to call it one way or another, decide. Funny Bone's life more important than Funny Bone's career.
He is wrenching it in one more time, and it is all over.
Is he out? Is he out? Is he out? He's not out. He's here. He's still in the game. Your Demon King, the original Demon King, is still in the game. And listen to that crowd, JoJo.
They are getting behind Funny Bone. Oh, and he's got up Cody.
Look at all those tacks inside Cody's boots, man. The tacks all over Funny Bone's belly. Right into the cage. Here we go. Right into the cage.
And right now,
man! And Cody is pincushion, Joe. Look at that. My God, what else can Cody take?
A Death Valley driver onto the pool of thumbtacks.
Holy shit indeed, JoJo.
Without a doubt, Funny Bone looking to regain 1, 2.
My God, Cody's putting up one hell of a fight. They're both hurting. I don't know what to tell you. This is complete carnage, JoJo.
You want to talk about intestinal
He's going for that table.
Intestinal fortitude, Sin Bodie. Death Valley driver onto about 500 thumbtacks, but Cody, in the pool of his own blood, is still able to kick out.
Look at that, man. Funny Bone's got thumbtacks in his elbows. He's got one behind his ear that's dangerously close to his jugular. And, man, Cody just is eating elbows right now.
You can see people that you're just look at the crowd. There are people with the phones. People are looking at what's going on.
Absolutely.
Oh, and look at this. He's adding insult to injury.
What's going on here? I don't like this.
Patrick
just stole our table. Man, we are the Spanish announce table. Uh-oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't really like where I am.
I say we get out of Dodge, JoJo. I don't feel like...
Jesus, the sadistic fans are chanting, "We want fire, Sin Bodie."
Well, you know, we're not in the Windy City, Joe. We're not in Music City. We're in Sin City, man. And people want some sinning right now, and Funny Bone's happy to give it to them. Let me tell you. Look at all the blood pouring down Funny Bone's back, the blood pouring down Cody's head. Man, here comes Patrick for some more. Uh-oh.
I'm a little concerned of what's going on.
And I think Patrick is dead, JoJo.
I think so.
And so is our table.
I'm glad we got rid of our computer out of here, Sin Bodie. We are still on record.
Absolutely, man. We're here with you right now. We're not going anywhere.
Let's get back to the action, Patrick.
And it's just a dogfight. It's up in the air, man. Human cockfight right here, just merciless.
And these two guys, they are proven once and for all. Oh!
Oh my God.
Cody Cutter.
Actually, I retract that last statement.
1,
God's got nothing to do with this.
3.
Wow. Cody is
the winner of this contest, and still FSW No Limits champion, Cutthroat Cody.
Joe DeFalco, I don't know what to tell you, man.
The match that steals the show.
A lot of weight in that ring, DeFalco. I think Cage looking bigger than ever right now.
And right now, this is going to be fast-paced. You want to talk about, oh! And Keith Lee is a monster at 330 pounds.
You've got to think strategically. This is a good idea by Sami Callihan to start off hot. The longer the match goes, the smaller man should hold the advantage here. You look at Keith Lee, you look at Brian Cage, both guys near 300 pounds. If Sami Callihan can keep the pace going quick, stands a big chance here.
So what are you saying? Big guys get winded easier? You calling him fat? Tommy, you calling him fat? Huh? Why don't you do that in the middle of the ring, see what happens? This guy over here, your buddy over here next to me.
I'm telling you, oh, look at that, the big sick kick by Sami Callihan right to the face. And look at this, as they're getting behind Sami Callihan. And the kick right to the face. Here's Keith Lee, and he eats one. Oh, and look at that big clothesline from the second rope.
It's not an easy thing to do to Cage.
And Sami Callihan getting the crowd behind him. The swing and the miss. And look at that, the Hurricane Rana from Callihan. Oh, and look at that. Cage answers back.
That did nothing. Look at that.
And Keith Lee
Biggest-
one-ups them all.
Biggest damn Hurricane Rana I've ever seen in my life.
That's 330 pounds.
And for all the fans here at FSW that had no idea who Keith Lee is, they sure do now.
You now get the best in my look.
Oh, and look at that, working together. Callihan and Cage trying to chop down the Giant, trying to get a working agreement going. Oh,
Yeah, that was smart.
and Cage with a big forearm. And over the top, out goes Cage, and look at this.
Alley up.
Oh, and look at that. Suicide dive on the guardrail.
Wait.
Oh! Are you kidding me, Brian Cage?
40 feet in the air, Joe, right over the rope.
Uh-oh, and look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Look at
no,
the big
no.
man. The big man is thinking about it.
We don't have the insurance.
And Keith Lee.
Holly!
Oh!
Come on!
As I said, Willie Mack 2.0. This guy's at another level.
It's Keith Lee 1.0, baby.
I get winded tying my shoes.
I'd be safe to say that Keith Lee has now a whole bunch of new fans here in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, his YouTube page goes through the roof tonight.
You know,
Could be Keith Lee's town by the end of the night here. Sam Boyd is out the building.
and what is Keith? Oh!
That'll
And
stop
Keith
even
Lee.
the biggest guy.
I have a feeling Sami Callihan's going to regret this soon.
Sadly, who ordered the chops is all I'm asking.
Oh,
Oh, and look at that. He was going to power bomb him on the outside. And once again, Callihan. And these guys,
front row's getting a show tonight, DeFalco.
and the crowd, if they were taking a nap, they are wide awake right now, Sally. Callihan, Cage, and Keith Lee.
Taking a victory lap already? Nice.
And these guys, there is no stopping them.
This kid's got to be what, 5'7", and he's taking these guys out like nothing.
I was watching, I was walked up, and first time I met Sami Callihan, and I was like, wow, he's a little shorter than I thought, Sally. But I'll tell you what, I don't think there's anybody who's got more heart going after a 350-pounder.
Never
like Keith
underestimate the little guy.
350-pounder and a 290-pounder, Joe. Doubling up.
Lee. He's doing laps, he's doing laps.
That's all right, kid. You took a shot.
And look at this, where is he gonna go? The power bomb onto the edge of the ring. Sami Callihan could be done for the day.
Here we go.
Oh, and look at this.
It's like
Keith
two
Lee, the
Godzillas.
reversal. Oh, and look at that. The big knee as Brian Cage.
Smartly goes after Sami Callihan.
Oh, look at that. He's dragging him in. He thinks he can finish him off. And right now, Brian Cage, we've seen it before, one of the strongest men you will see in professional. Oh, and look at that. Suplex them right back in the ring. The cover, 1, 2.
This kid's got heart.
right now, these three monsters are going at it.
Oh, please, please.
Are you kidding? This might.
Please.
Can we reinforce the ring?
There's no way, right?
Does Cage have the power? I'm pretty sure I've seen him lift some of the biggest men. Shad Gaspard deadlifted him.
I think he's got the power. I don't know if Keith Lee's out enough. Oh, here we go. He might get some help.
Oh, and look at this.
Yes,
He's gonna
yes.
get a hand.
I want to see this. Come on. Whoa.
Well, I guess we're gonna need new boards again, Sally.
Check that ring.
A double suplex on Keith Lee.
So much that it blew the signs off the guardrail.
Cannot believe what I am seeing here tonight. What a three-way match between Brian Cage, Sami Callihan, and the newcomer that a lot of people who had no idea who he was, Keith Lee, has truly made a name for himself tonight. And look at this, Cage and Callihan firing away.
I don't know if you want to trade blows with him.
I don't think
And look
Sami
at that.
Callihan's scared
Cage
of anything.
sends him down. And right now, Brian Cage has got the crowd behind him. Oh, and look at that. Huge shot by Sami Callihan. Oh, and the boot. Oh, and once again connecting with the knee. Oh, and he clipped him with that one. Oh, and he nails him with the
Come on,
clothesline.
Sami!
What a matchup we got here tonight. Who will be the one that survives this?
I got to agree with you, Tommy. I don't think this guy is scared of anything.
Oh, and look at that. Oh!
That's it.
One,
He killed him.
two.
Sure as hell not scared of personal injury.
To be honest with you, I'm glad he broke it up. I want to see more from these guys. Oh, and look at this. Brian Cage, what a lethal combination. Uh-oh, and he's got him up.
Holy cow.
The cover. 1, 2.
Joe, I don't know who to root for at DeFalco. I don't know who to root
I'm
for.
just enjoying the match.
Keith Lee cannot believe Brian Cage was kicked out of that big power bomb.
Let me tell you something. This is a main event anywhere in professional
Anywhere.
wrestling. I may want to see this one again. As good as it's going to be, Callihan, Cage, and Keith Lee. And Keith Lee, what has he got planned?
No, Joe.
What
Joe,
is he-
check those ropes, Joe.
And Callihan may have just saved Brian Cage's life.
I think he just made him mad is what he did.
I cannot believe that these monsters are still going at it.
Keith Lee going up
And look
top.
at this. Keith Lee. Oh, and he misses the moonsault. Right on his head. This has got to be it. Callihan, 1, 2. And look at that, Cage bricked it. And the buckle bomb, and look at this, Cage has got him.
What? What is that?
1, 2.
Stretch muffler.
And look
Stretch
at this.
muffler by Sami Callihan.
1, 2. Oh, and almost a 3. Oh, and there it is.
Took his head off.
Brian Cage. This has got to be it. He's got him up for the Gory Buster. Weapon X. Callihan is done.
But Keith Lee is not.
And Keith Lee is up. Oh, and look at that, Cage landing on his feet. The swing and the miss. And down goes Keith Lee. as Brian Cage is cleaning house in his return here to FSW. And he's got him up, are you kidding me? Oh, and the flatliner. And down goes 1, 2, 3.
I don't believe it, Joe.
One of the most outstanding matches you are gonna see in a wrestling match right here. Brian Cage victorious. You gotta give it up for Sami Callihan and Keith Lee. Wow.
And here is a matchup for the ages, you know, with Nick Bugatti as the champion. He has to look at guys like Sway Thompson. He's got to look at Thomas Day. He's got to look at Chris Bay and Damian Drake. He's got to look at Hyperstreak. He's got to look at Owen Travers. But the guy who wins this match tonight pretty much puts himself in line for that title shot, while Chris Bay is also advanced to the second round of the Nevada State title.
Yeah, Chris Bay has a lot going on right now.
Chris Bay showed his excellence appearing at the Mecca 2 in front of a sold-out crowd. And listen to the crowd. They are ecstatic about this one. Chris Bay was in the ring with Scorpio Sky, the six-man champion from Ring of Honor, Kenny King, the television champion, and he more than held his own in that matchup.
He absolutely did. And I don't think the crowd would be as hyped as they are right now if both these men didn't do what they did at No Escape, win a championship, end a career-defining feud. Both of these guys have a lot of momentum right now.
You know, over the last week on Twitter, we were talking about a matchup. It might have been a four-way, and we decided, you know what? Everybody seemed to be excited about, hell, we want to see Chris Bay and Damian Drake, and I said, you know what? If it's got to happen, it better happen at first at FSW. And we made it happen, and these guys, they are promising to tear the roof off this place.
That's what I'm expecting too. Both men lightning quick, both men high impact offense, both men take to the sky like no other.
You know, Chris Bay has done more in 1 year than most men have done in 10.
For both these guys, oh, look at the agility of Damian Drake. Chris Bay, not to be outdone. Look at that right there. Huge Hurricane Rana out of Chris Bay, and Damian Drake takes to the sky. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors.
And this guy, and early on, they wanted to tell everybody that they are here to steal the show.
Stealing the show's great, but coming out victorious is what you should shoot for.
You know, and to be honest with you, Damian Drake with Spider Warrior, they've done some great things, but Chris Bay has escalated as a singles wrestler, and Damian Drake wants to prove that he's a guy that should not be overlooked, and he's a guy that may be better than Chris Bay.
He may be. We'll find out tonight who's the better man. I mean, if they wrestle 10 times, it could be 10 different results. Well, I guess, you know, in theory. Oh, look at that. Chris Bay. Damian Drake showed a little bit of an aggressive side against Chris Bay, and now going for that waist lock.
Oh, look at that. Back elbow. Slowing things up with the European uppercut.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, my God. He leveled him with that kick. If the pace slows down, I really don't know who has the advantage.
You know, these guys want to go out there tonight and set the standard for the match of the year here in FSW in front of our great FSW Arena show. Imagine bringing it to the big stage and bringing it to Sam's Town Live, maybe at the Mecca 3. You know, Damian Drake, maybe he felt overlooked that Chris Bay got the spot. And again, that's great, because you know what? It makes these guys work even harder.
Yeah, it's just going to drive him to try and advance in his career. Nice snapmare at Drake. Caught him right in the spine with the kick, too.
And only a 2 count, and I'm pretty sure Damian Drake had no thoughts of winning the match right there, but he just wanted to put Chris Bay on notice that this can happen.
Yeah, two-way street on that. He wanted to put him on notice, and on top of that, he wanted to see where Chris is at physically. How much muster was going to be behind that kick out. Oh, trying for that.
You know, these guys came out of House of Fire, but they kind of settled in. Oh!
You say that, and then Chris Bay explodes with a rolling enziguri.
2.
It was like a gunshot to the back of Damian Drake's head.
And as we said, there's no doubt about it. You know, many people feel that Nick Bugatti is kind of leasing the No Limits title.
Many feel he's undeserving.
We just saw that with Cody.
Yes, some say Chris Bay should still be champion. The point is he's not, and he's got to work his ass off to get that title back someday. Whoa!
Right to the back of the neck, another cover, 1, 2. And as you know, as we heard these guys talking, they were cutting promos, and you know they talked about having the best match you're going to see here in FSW. But once the match is now started, Chris Bay is more interested in winning the match. He knows that's a big victory.
That's the mentality you need, and that was a deliberate backbreaker. But he only gets a 2.
And once again, a 2 count. Chris Bay, Damian Drake, 1-on-1. You know, we felt so confident in this match. You know, we had title matches that went on before this match because we felt that, you know what, these guys are going to go out there and they're going to put on what many people are going to call the match of the night, the match of the week, the match of the month. Look at that big knee right to the jaw of Chris Bay.
And look at the way Chris Bay has just gone limp, and Damian Drake's going to take advantage of that with the cover, but he only gets a 2. Damian Drake has got to stay on top of Chris Bay. Both of these men are well conditioned. Like you said, they came into this match a house of fire. They're well conditioned. They still have a lot left in the tank, and they can go. Look at this now. Damian Drake grabbing Chris Bay by the jaw, bringing him to his feet, and just connects hard with that forearm shot.
And very deliberate Damian Drake, more deliberate than we've ever seen, driving the elbow into the back of the knee.
Well, in the case of Damian Drake, who knows what that cage match brought out of him. We might see a dark side of Damian Drake. We're definitely seeing a more confident Damian Drake. He's going for another cover here, and Chris Bay able to kick out.
And right now we got a 2 count.
And the crowd rallying behind Chris Bay.
Which may be fueling Damian Drake.
Exactly. Both of these men.
You know, one of the most popular guys here in FSW. And Chris Bay has, you know, possibly escalated the popularity.
Both men now just firing shots off on one another. Who's going to be able to make the other man crumble first? Oh, spinning back fist out of Bay. Damian Drake with a rolling soul butt. He hunches over Bay. Back handspring out of Drake. Oh, God, but Bay catches him with a super punch.
And this could be it. Chris Bay can have this match won because, you know, it's going to take one big mistake in this match.
You're right. Both of these men have to be cautious, but they still have to bust out their heavy artillery, and both men's heavy artillery is their high-risk offense.
And listen to the crowd. They want to see this match go on and on and on. You know, this is just the first time these guys have been in the ring against each other.
Like you said, these men are the future of FSW.
Oh, and look at that.
But it sounds like from the fans, these men are the present-day stars of FSW. Chris Bay now getting out of steam. Rolls in with that European uppercut. There's the agility of Chris Bay on display, flipping out. Whoa, Damian Drake got him. Almost caught him by surprise. Like you said, both men need to be cautious, not be the one to make the first mistake.
And right now, Damian Drake back in control, using those quick fists as well as the quick feet.
Damian Drake is a great striker. We talk about how he takes the sky, but Damian Drake has developed an offensive skill set where he can do anything. Leap it in with that lariat. Catching Bay's foot now. Drake one step ahead, but now Bay going for it again. Oh, this time he gets caught. And that time, Damian Drake
1, 2, no.
That time Damian Drake was able to connect with the fireman's carry neck breaker, but still not enough to put away Chris Bay.
You know, and this is what it's all about, FSW. We normally go by that, but it is the future stars of wrestling, and Chris Bay and Damian Drake may have already eclipsed it. They may actually be stars of wrestling, these guys. They have just not been seen out in the rest of the world. They are precious gems here in Las Vegas, and the crowd is digging what they're seeing here tonight.
Give it to me.
These two promised a classic. Right now they're delivering. Chris Bay begging for shots. He wants Damian Drake's best.
You know, Chris Bay's really hungry.
Two men promised to bring the best out of each other, and so far they have. But now, Chris Bay wants the best that Damian Drake has to offer. And how far will Damian Drake go?
The third time is not a charm. Bay catches the leg of Damian Drake.
Both men are so, oh, what is this? Double underhook. Sit out powerbomb.
1, 2.
2 count only.
And to think, these are just the contenders in the No Limits division.
That double underhook powerbomb, I thought he might have had him, but Damian Drake not going to go down like that. And Chris Bay might have expended his last ounce of energy delivering it.
And Chris Bay back to his feet, Damian Drake.
Oh, Damian Drake doesn't have it in him. That took a ton out of him.
And maybe this is the beginning of the end, Chris Bay.
Or not, Damian Drake begging for it. Bay's hooking him tight.
And Bay has got him up.
Looks like he was going to deliver a brainbuster. Drake not allowing it. Drake might have lured him in. Oh, God! Devastating Canadian destroyer.
1, 2, 3, no!
Oh! Not enough energy to kick out, but Chris Bay able to get the shoulder up.
If I was just looking at the crowd, they thought the match was over. They were just like stunned that the match was over, and then they realized it wasn't. And all of a sudden there was like this delayed roar from the crowd that they're going to get to see these guys wrestle a little bit more.
An absolutely hellacious contest. Both men are bringing their A game, and Damian Drake's looking to go up top and try and put away Chris Bay. The 2017 Rookie of the Year might fall to the 2016 Rookie of the Year.
And Damian Drake, he is looking to go up top. We've seen him do some amazing things.
Oh no! That Senton Atomico gets thwarted.
As Chris Bay gets the knees up.
And gets ravaged with a spinning kick out of Chris Bay. Oh, package
1,
fisherman.
2, 3, and there you have it. What a matchup between these two, Chris Bay and Damian Drake. This is round 1 of, I predict, very many.
Contest scheduled for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it's for the FSW No Limits Championship. Your referee, Austin Grimes. Introducing first, the challenger, standing to my left, the father of filth, the original nightmare, your demigod of death. This is Funny Bone! And introducing his opponent, standing to my right, descending from Bloodhaven, he is the reigning and defending FSW No Limits champion, the New Age Daredevil, Damian Drake!
We've seen a new side of Damian Drake come out since winning that championship. But this might be the side of Damian Drake no one knew existed. No one knew about this, but Funny Bone has a tendency to bring things out in his opponents that they didn't know they were capable of. No Limits Championship on the line.
And there's Funny Bone, who of course has his large contingent of fans each and every time he comes out here.
He absolutely does. Funny Bone is one of the most beloved athletes in the company. It's because he's different. It's because he risked his body in every single matchup he's in. And I think he's going to keep his streak alive we always talk about tonight. In a lot of ways, this is about respect. Funny Bone feeling disrespected, especially after that. Fans are going to have to pick a side tonight. At some point, one of these men is going to snap. One of these men are going to do something that the fans are going to be able to get behind. The question is, who's going to do that first? You're just entranced by this, I could tell.
I'm just watching Damian Drake. I'm seeing the face paint. He's kind of transformed himself tonight.
Damian Drake has been on a transformation since he won that title. In some ways, the pressure of being a champion has gotten to him. He's never had so many people target him in his career.
And the question is, over the last few months, dealing with Remy Marcel and Ice Williams, are they in the back of his mind? Does he think about them a little bit too much and cost him the match tonight with Funny Bone?
It's the problem with being a champion. You can't just focus on one match at a time. You know there's a bunch of challengers in the locker room at any moment on the roster that are going to come after you. Several of them in the building tonight. Some of them protesting.
Some of them are.
Slash, not coming in because they have a previous engagement.
And look at this, Funny Bone. Sweeping the leg.
Both these men are going to go at a quick clip if they have to. Neither of these men actually benefit from slowing down the pace of this matchup. And Funny Bone letting Damian Drake know where he stands in the pecking order. Damian Drake doubling.
Showing no fear.
Doubling the language, the message. Book Joey Ryan versus Funny Bone. Honestly, that might be one way that Funny Bone approaches the people.
Could be. Should ask his wives.
A kick right to the spine of the champion. And a senton out of Funny Bone, driving all his weight on the midsection of the champion.
One.
The experience edge in this matchup obviously goes with Funny Bone. The aerial skills, I think, at this point would go to Damian Drake. A few years back, it was a little bit different.
No doubt about it.
But who has more to prove tonight?
And he just wound up and fired away. And again, we've seen Funny Bone. He'll do whatever it takes to win. He's not going to try to be politically correct in any way.
No, it's not his style, but Damian Drake, if you compare the same guy to a year ago, he'll do things he wouldn't have done a year ago when he's defending that title.
There is definitely an edge in Damian Drake, and maybe it was winning the title, and maybe it's not wanting to lose that title. Sometimes it's the missing ingredient into what makes somebody a champion.
Look at Damian Drake busting out that Hurricane Rana, running shooting star press.
1, 2.
It looks like he overshot Funny Bone a little bit, but he actually might have caused more damage because his knees landed in the midsection of Funny Bone. Now the champion, he was ready to deliver the shots, and Funny Bone's ready to take them.
He's asking for more.
Look at this. Damian Drake just unleashing everything he has, but it's not enough. It's absolutely not enough. And against Funny Bone, stringing together those strikes to floor the champion.
And the crowd, as we said, definitely split between Funny Bone and Damian Drake.
They want to see a competitive match for the No Limits title. They want to see these men give everything they have.
That was more of a thud.
That's what you were looking for, I guess. This should be his next shirt.
He's got about 100 of them. The demigod of merch. Oh, look at that.
Damian Drake, that was interesting. But the double stomp out of Funny Bone. Right to the spine of the champion. Like I said, the more risk these men take, in theory, it benefits their style. But it can also backfire on anybody at any given moment.
And Funny Bone's getting the crowd revved up. They would love to see a title change tonight.
Yeah, they would love to see history. They would love to see the 8-month title reign of Damian Drake come to an end and Funny Bone regain that title.
Oh, look at that. Huge forearm.
And Funny Bone feeling it right now. Got to try to do something to put Damian Drake away. Damian Drake didn't get all of them, but clipped enough of them.
Look at this, quickly going to the second rope.
Oh, he's going for another Hurricane Rana. This one from the middle. Look at Damian Drake doing everything he can to fight out of that.
And he did until he just got caught with the big knee.
And another double stomp to the spinal column.
We could have a new champion. The cover, 1, 2. Oh, that one was close. Damian Drake had a little bit left in the tank.
Yeah, Damian Drake, though, trying to create some separation, sends himself to the floor. But if you've watched any Funny Bone matches, you know that's not a safe space.
And listen to the crowd.
Looks like he's actually, the fans at home can't see it, but he's pointing at Damian Drake's dad. As he just unleashed on the Funny Bone, or on Damian Drake.
And his father, Sean, trying to cheer on the kid.
Now he's going to take your water.
Taking my water.
I think it was yours, not mine. Oh, and Damian Drake caught the water-filled charging challenger, using his dad as a weapon to spike Funny Bone on the floor. And Funny Bone took too much time feeding your H2O, and it turned the tides of this matchup, because here comes Damian Drake ascending to the top. And flying through the air to deliver that shot to the challenger.
1, 2. And I thought it might have been enough to put away Funny Bone, but not quite.
Yeah, he caught him square in the jaw. You would think that would have been able to defeat him, but it wasn't meant to be tonight, at least not yet.
You got some of Damian Drake's fans trying to get him going. Try to put away Funny Bone.
What he needs to do, he needs to feed off the energy of his fans. Try and put away Funny Bone.
And look at these guys going back and forth. They both want that championship.
These men are giving all themselves to try and make this a memorable No Limits championship matchup.
Funny Bone, the grizzled vet, about 20 years into the business.
And you know what? When these grizzled vets, these guys with a lot of experience, see other people rising the ranks, they get a little jealous, especially when they were defeating these guys early in their careers.
Well, he's been doing it for 20 years, and Damian Drake's about 23 years old. You know, made a big name for himself. He's worked Ring of Honor, Impact, AAA this year.
Here it comes.
1,267 straight matches where Funny Bone has connected with the suicide dive. That's a record.
That Cal Ripken-like suicide dive record. He never misses a match. That suicide dive shows up in every battle he's in, and if he goes for another one, the champion's going to be in trouble.
Oh, and the second time, not a charm. I think Damian Drake read him.
Damian Drake felt it coming. And now Damian Drake looking to go back up top. Damian Drake ready to risk it, but he gets caught.
With a headbutt.
And we almost had a new champion.
Funny Bone almost won with a headbutt that Damian Drake came off the top rope like a flying headbutt, but he was the one who got nailed with it.
And you see Drake's eyes glossed over. He was almost talking to himself. Almost like he was trying to psych himself up to continue this matchup. The crowd coming alive.
And Funny Bone
wants the best that Damian Drake can bring.
As you can see, the welts on the chest. Look at Damian Drake's chest.
Welting up from those shots from Funny Bone.
Funny Bone asking for one more.
It's almost like Funny Bone wants some welts himself.
And those big forearms.
Oh! Just stomps the foot of Funny Bone. Damian Drake going around. Double underhook. Yeah, powerbomb. Tiger bomb.
1, 2.
And there are people in here who are more shocked than Damian Drake that didn't put away Funny Bone.
And what is it going to take to put away the demigod of death tonight? He is on a mission to get back the FSW No Limits Championship. But we know Damian Drake does not want to give it up.
Damian Drake does not want to give up that championship. It's everything he's fought for. And he was going to try to finish him off with something high risk. But the demigod of death rises from death to take the champion.
Nails him with a big enziguri.
Take him down and stop his momentum.
And Funny Bone, what has he got in store for Damian Drake next?
So he's going to try to bring him up and over. Damian Drake fighting it with everything he has.
Looks like he's going for the superplex, but Damian Drake's able to fight him off.
Plants him face first. Senton Atomico. Will that be enough?
1, 2.
It's not enough. And the demigod of death is going to try to look for that kill shot. Damian Drake, to his credit, didn't waste any time. Try and get this matchup going. Death Valley bomb, and he spiked him on the back of his neck.
And can Funny Bone get it done? Could he put away Damian Drake and recapture the No Limits Championship? But he is slow to get up, and he can't finish him off.
Yeah, both these guys are letting it all hang out with that title on the line. And Damian Drake's already back to his knees.
Right here! Bring it, bitch!
And Damian Drake, the boy, has become a man.
Is he ready for this? He feels he's ready. I don't know if he feels that way anymore.
And Funny Bone says it is time to finish off Damian Drake.
He's gonna be
One,
finished.
two.
No!
And the crowd cannot believe it.
There are people disputing whether that was 3 or not.
They are in stunned disbelief that Damian Drake was able to kick out.
Yeah, some people are a little bit too angry about that not being a 3. And Funny Bone, it's almost like he's taking pleasure in the fact that he's going to be able to dish out more punishment to young Damian Drake.
It also feels like he's gotten himself some more fans tonight. They want to see it.
There's pieces of Funny Bone all over the ring, but is he about to become the No Limits champion again tonight?
And he is going up top. I'd say if he hits it, it's all over, but who knows?
I think so. Luckily for him, he rolls through, but Damian Drake back up. Catches him in the back of the head. Right between the shoulder blades with that knee. Running knee strike in the ropes. And another one. Damian Drake triggering the violence.
1, 2, 3.
Your winner of the match, and still FSW No Limits champion, Damian Drake!
It took 4 or 5 of those knees to take down Funny Bone. Want to welcome everybody, thank everybody who is watching live, our very first live pay-per-view on Fight TV. Look at the crowd showing the respect. You know, want to thank all our sponsors, all our people that have helped us out throughout the time here, Jake.
Look how these guys are trying to have a moment. You're just talking about other stuff here.
And I think Funny Bone is going to show some respect to the kid, who is no longer a kid, Damian Drake.
Damian Drake has earned every bit of respect possible from Funny Bone tonight. These men